Hello and welcome to this edition of ONTV News. I'm Ian Locke. The Orion Center houses the Township's Community Programs Department, which includes the Parks and Rec Division and the Senior Services Division. They share the building with ONTV, Lake Orion's public access TV studio. It took more than a year to complete construction on the 27,000 square foot building, and earlier this year, staff quietly moved in to get the building up and running. Although activity has been taking place for several months now, the Orion Center finally celebrated its official grand opening with a ribbon-cutting ceremony and an open house on Thursday, June 21st. As a crowd gathered at the entrance of the Orion Center, Township Supervisor Joanne Van Tassel presided over the ceremony. She was joined by Community Programs Director Lisa Sokol, who recognized the many people who were instrumental in making this dream project a reality.
On the count of three, help me count, folks. 1, 2, 3.
And with that, residents were invited into the tour of the Orion Center and all that it has to offer.
It represents the openness of bringing the community into our program and all of our activities that we do. The building is open to the public for all ages. It's a community center. We have areas that have dedicated programs for seniors, but also we're going to expand more programming for youth, teenagers, and adults. We have a great exercise room and all kinds of fun activities that we'll be doing.
Just minutes after the grand opening of the Orion Center, the weather took a turn for the worse, so the crowd was invited to gather in ONTV's 4,000 square foot TV studio for its official grand opening. The Township Supervisor once again presided over the ceremony. She was joined by members of ONTV's Cable Commission, as well as ONTV's Executive Director, Diane Griffiths. After several speeches, longtime Commission member and Treasurer, Pat Ballinger, manipulated the oversized scissors.
1, 2, 3.
When do I cut?
No.
Well, it symbolizes a vision that we had, and I myself had 10 years or so ago, where we were in a smaller studio that didn't have very good equipment, and we envisioned that maybe someday, if we really worked hard, we'd be able to try to get the resources, get the people, get everything put together, build a facility, and be able to have live programming and have staff that were really capable of doing the job. And first thing you know, it looks that way now. Now we've still got a way to go. We need more producers and we need more programming, but we're well on the way to achieving that vision that we had some 10 years ago or more.
It symbolizes really what team means. Together, everyone accomplishes more. And it shows what can be done when people come together, work together, have a dream, and then see that dream come to fruition. And it's just heartening to see the number of people who came out tonight for this ribbon cutting, both here at the Orion Center and at ONTV. I just think it's a testament to the spirit of the community and the number of volunteers that we have here who, and really without the volunteers, this center isn't going to be the success that it can be. So I'm just glad to introduce both facilities to the community, and think this is just the start of a lot of great days here.
If you'd like to learn more about the programs and services offered at the Orion Center, you can call the Township phone number at 248-391-0304 and press extension 305 or 306. Senior citizens age 55 or over can sign up for membership starting July 1st. For more information about ONTV's facilities and classes, call 248-693-3377. And of course, feel free to stop by and tour the facility on Joslyn Road at your convenience. The Orion Township Board unexpectedly had a vacant trustee seat after former trustee Mark Crane resigned from his position. Crane resigned after purchasing a home in Rochester Hills. His seat officially opened up on June 4th.
No? Well, okay, all right.
Keep it a surprise.
4 candidates interviewed for the seat near the end of May, and after careful considerations, DRC Gonzalez has been appointed to the interim position. At the Township Board meeting on Monday, June 18th, the board voted 6-1 in favor of appointing Gonzalez. after candidates for the position included Heather Muzzy, Donnie Steele, and Dale Romeo. D'Arcy Gonzalez will occupy the seat until the board term ends on November 20th. Gonzalez decided against seeking re-election in the upcoming primary on August 7th. His seat will be filled by Donnie Steele as she is running uncontested along with the 3 returning trustees, John Steimel, Mike Flood, and Neil Porter. All 7 township board terms are coming to an end this November, and while the trustee seats and township clerk have already been decided, Lake Orion voters are facing 2 big decisions during this upcoming election.
This evening. Thank you for
Township Treasurer Ellis Young is running for re-election against Mark Thurber, while current Township Supervisor Joanne Van Tassel is running for re-election against Chris Barnett. All 9 board member candidates recently stopped by ONTV for the Candidates Forum presented by the Orion Area Chamber of Commerce. This was ONTV's first live event held at our new studio at the Orion Center. The event was hosted by OACC Executive Director Elena Campbell and moderated by OACC member Jim Porritt. Candidates were given an opportunity to introduce themselves and viewers around the Orion community and to those in attendance as part of the live studio audience. The candidates for treasurer and supervisor participated in a question and answer period. Questions were submitted by those in attendance as well as from viewers at home through phone and email. You can watch replays of the Candidates Forum on Government Access Channel 20 Monday through Friday at 9:30 p.m. Or you can visit our website's homepage and watch the program in its entirety on YouTube. And as a reminder, because all of the candidates are running as Republicans, the primary on August 7th will be the deciding factor in this year's election. You can call the clerk's office at 248-391-0304, extension 104 with any election questions, or visit www.oriontownship.org and navigate to the clerk's page for more information. We are going to step aside for a moment, but when we return, we'll have a special report on the Lions Club Jubilee. You're watching ONTV News.
3 students were in the hospital this past weekend.
2 honor roll students were hospitalized last night.
5 local students lost their college scholarships last night.
Another local high school student has passed away.
Another 3 dead.
Claimed the life of another local teenager.
The cause?
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
Alcohol. I don't want to be another number.
I don't want to be another number. I don't want to be another number.
I don't want to be another number.
I don't want to be another number.
I don't want to be just another number.
Prescription drug abuse is a national epidemic. The new in way to obtain drugs is through parents' or grandparents' medicine chests. Removing prescriptions from your cabinet is the best way to keep drugs out of the hands of our young people. We've got to work together to protect our teens, our seniors, and our environment. Clean out your medicine cabinet today. Please participate in Operation Medicine Cabinet and drop off your unwanted or expired prescriptions at one of our law enforcement drop-off sites in Oakland County. We can't ignore this situation anymore.
Welcome back to ONTV News. I'm Ian Locke. With the 4th of July holiday quickly approaching, several events and celebrations are scheduled to take place over the next week or so. Here in Lake Orion, things traditionally kick off with the Lions Club Jubilee, a 4-day event that began on June 21st. ONTV's Joe Johnson was there to capture the fun and the games.
A sure sign that summer is in full swing is the arrival of the Lake Orion Lions Jubilee. Lake Orion residents have been enjoying the Jubilee for several decades. Traditionally, it had been held in the village's downtown area to coincide with the 4th of July holiday. 3 years ago, it moved onto the grounds of Old World Canterbury Village in Orion Township due to space constraints and other concerns.
There's a lot of parents now that grew up going to the Jubilee when they were kids, and they're bringing their families out to the Jubilee for them to enjoy. So it's kind of a fun family, festival.
On June 21st through the 24th, visitors were able to enjoy rides, games, and food courtesy of Skirbeck Brothers shows. An arts and crafts fair also took place on the grounds of Canterbury Village. A portion of the proceeds of the event benefits the Lake Orion Lions Club and their many charitable causes.
Last year we fed, I think, 250 families, and we spent probably close to $15,000 providing food, gifts, non-perishable goods, fresh food, turkeys, you name it. The families were delivered huge boxes. Another big part of our club that kind of goes unnoticed is the eyesight and hearing conservation projects, where we provide glasses to those in the community that need it, or hearing aids. We also donate to the Leader Dogs out in Rochester. Another big part of our club is Bear Lake Camp, which was a blind camp founded by one of our members here in Lake Orion. And it started out as a blind camp, but it's grown into a huge handicap thing. They take children with autism, hearing problems, other types of disabilities. The camp started out as a 1 or 2 week camp, and it's used all year long by all sorts of different organizations. And the camp is located up in Lapeer County.
The next major fundraiser for the Lake Orion Lions is Beer Fest, scheduled to take place on August 11th on the grounds of Canterbury Village. Help support the Lions and enjoy a wide variety of some of your favorite brands of beer. For more information, visit www.lakeorionlions.org. From Canterbury Village, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News.
Thanks, Joe. On June 19th, Lake Orion Township kicked off its long-running series, Concerts in the Park, at the Wildwood Amphitheater with a performance by the North Oakland Concert Band. Concerts in the Park will run every Tuesday throughout the summer and feature performances in a wide range of styles. Admission is free, and each performance is scheduled for 7 p.m. and expected to run until around 8:30 p.m. This year marks the first full season for concerts at the beautiful Wildwood Amphitheater at Civic Center Park. The next scheduled concert is the Lost City Band on July 3rd. The North Oakland Concert Band will also be performing 2 special Thursday night shows at Wildwood on July 19th and August 9th. For a complete schedule of the Concerts in the Park series, visit the Charter Township of Orion's website at www.oriontownship.org and navigate to the Special Notices section of the homepage. And remember, if you can't make it out to Wildwood, you can catch complete concert performances right here on ONTV. Comcast Channel 10 and AT&T UVerse Channel 99. You can currently watch the North Oakland Concert Band's performance from June 19th, and starting next week, you can see the Bob Seger Tribute Band, Looking Back. Check our website's program guide for dates and air times. We're going to take another quick break, but before we step aside, here's a look at upcoming events in the Orion area. Thank you for watching ONTV News.
Three students were in the hospital this past weekend.
2 honor roll students were hospitalized last night.
5 local students lost their college scholarships last night.
Another local high school student has passed away.
Another 3 dead.
Claimed the life of another local teenager.
The cause?
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
Alcohol. I don't want to be another number.
I don't want to be another number. I don't want to be another number.
I don't want to be another number.
I don't want to be another number.
I don't want to be just another number.
Please remember that CFL bulbs, you know, those curly, energy-efficient light bulbs everybody is using to save electricity, shouldn't be thrown away in your trash. Neither should batteries or home medical sharps. You can check with your local community to see where they can be recycled. Some retailers will allow you to bring them in for recycling. You can also order simple kits online that allow you to collect your recyclables and simply mail them away to be properly recycled. This green tip was brought to you by your friends at Waste Management.
Welcome back to ONTV News. I'm Ian Locke. The Lake Orion Youth Baseball League held their annual team picnic and baseball tournament on Sunday, June 24th. Players of all ages took part in fun activities like the Skills Challenge. Players were scored on how far they could hit, throw, and how fast they could run to first base. Trophies were handed out to the players who finished at the top of their age group. Free hot dogs for players and their families drew long lines, but those waiting were entertained by the Detroit Tigers mascot, Paws, who is giving out autographs to his young fans. Teams gathered for their picnics under the tents provided by the league and had fun on the bounce houses, fast-pitch speed radar, and the always fun dunk tank. The LOYBL baseball tournament was also underway during the picnic. Teams met up in their age group brackets to see who was king of the diamond, with the winners taking home trophies for their efforts. Parents and players enjoyed the festive atmosphere all day long. For the official results of the LOYBL tournament, head over to their website at www.loybl.com. The purpose of the Lake Orion Youth Baseball League is to provide the opportunity for all children ages 5 to 18 to play organized baseball in a fun, learning environment. The league is run 100% by local volunteers. Well, our final sports story is a little different. ONTV cameras were out in Monroe for the Monroe Mark Robotics competition, where high school robotics teams from across the state went head-to-head in a game of Rebound Rumble. The LOHS Robotics Team 302 was in action on Friday and Saturday, June 22nd and 23rd. Rebound Rumble is a little like basketball, but with different scoring twists and turns. Teams try to score as many baskets with their custom-made creations as they can. But points are also scored for working with your chosen teammates or by completing other challenges. LOHS Team 302 began building their competition robot back in January and only had 7 weeks to design and build their robot. Dragon Team 302 began competing in the league-first robotics competitions this spring. 302 lost many seniors from last year's squad and has a young core group of designers, programmers, fabricators, and drivers for the 2012 season. All team members are guided by adult mentors during the year.
Well, I started out as a mentor because my kid joined the team, and that was 7 years ago. He's since graduated. I think the mentors overall bring into to the kids something that they will see into the future. The robotics team is run very much like corporations are run today, and the kids learn a lot by getting some of that insight very early on in the time they're around. So.
FIRST stands for inspiration and respect to science and technology. It's an organization that was founded in 1992 by Dean Kamen and Woody Flowers to get students more interested in science and technology, something that we've been lacking in the United States for a number of years, and seeing the United States globally take a lower position in the global standards for science and technology, something we need for our future.
Team 302 performed well on day one of the competition and was selected by one of the top teams in the country, International Academy, to work with in the finals. Unfortunately, the LO robot had some technical problems and had to pull out of the competition. Team 302 competed in a total of 9 games over 2 days and showed very well for such a young team. ONTV News would like to thank ONTV volunteer videographer Curtis Potier for shooting all of the action from Monroe. ONTV will be airing a highlight show produced by Curtis at a later date. The LOHS Robotics team is always looking for community support. If you would like to learn more about the LOHS Robotics team or sponsor the robot, visit their website at www.team302.org. That's it for this edition of ONTV News. Thank you for watching, and join us next week right here on ONTV.